Your head is important. That's where your brain is. Not to undervalue the protection of other body parts, but they pretty much don't matter without the organ inside your skull running things. Today we wanted to take a look at two of the more popular helmets in the Adventure Enduro segment and break down the differences between what could be considered an entry-level helmet and a premium model. What more do you get when you buy this super popular premium Arai XD4 over the super popular entry-level Bell MX-9 Adventure Mips? So let's break it down into categories. Construction and materials, aerodynamics, comfort, noise, weight, ventilation, safety, and safety rating. So let's start with the most expensive offering here. This is the Arai, priced at $609 to $739.95, depending on whether you want to get it with graphics or not. Comes in sizes extra small through 2XL. Construction. Here's where many premium brands really differentiate themselves, as most claim to be made by hand. There are plenty of great videos out there touring the Arai factory that show the pride that goes into making these helmets. The shell is formed with 20 complex sheets of superfiber, fiberglass that Arai claims is 30% stronger than traditional fiberglass when impregnated with its proprietary resins. The helmet incorporates Arai's custom EPS multi-density handmade liner. The liner emphasizes being reinforced in higher impact areas and less dense in lower impact areas, allowing Arai to keep the helmet's overall weight down. Xylon is fabric similar to Kevlar and is used in the crown of the helmet. It has excellent anti-penetration and tensile strength characteristics. The Arai paint process includes hand painting and finishing each helmet and involves more than a dozen steps to deliver a flawless finish. According to Arai, only human hands can follow every contour of the shell and deliver the kind of detail we require of every helmet. There's a lot of pride that goes into making these helmets, and anybody that's interested should take a look at any of the variety of videos out there touring the Arai factory. Aerodynamics. This is one of those you have to ride with the things. Sure, Arai has all kinds of explanations as to why, but this helmet does not disappoint. Even with the big old peak visor, the Arai glides through the air. There are no significant discernible drags or pulls during head checks, and the overall experience is pleasant. Noise. This helmet is far from being as quiet as a Schuberth, but it's also a few $100s less, and it doesn't weigh as much. But the Arai is quieter than most helmets in the Adventure Enduro market. Weight. We've got a large here and it weighs about 3.6 pounds. Ventilation. This face shield has 3 positions: up, middle, and down. The face shield seals nicely against the rubber liner, and there's a little click to put it in place here. Arai's face shield also includes these 2 ports at the top to help with ventilation and fogging issues. There are 3 active vents at the chin, 2 vents inside the chin bar, 2 active vents at the top, 4 vents at the rear, of which 2 are also active. The helmet breathes when you want it to, and you can close it off to the outside elements. Comfort. These helmets take a while to break in. This is a testament to the quality materials Arai uses in their interior. Arai developed their unique facial contour system utilizing input from their F1 racers. This allows the cheek pad shape to wrap in at the bottom to more accurately follow the shape of the rider's face and offer a superior fit. This also helps with noise. They cradle the rider's jaw to provide support without excessive pressure. The articulating cheek pads move in and out when the helmet is put on and taken off, making for easy ingress and egress. The helmet also features the innovative emergency cheek pad release system, making it easier for medical crews to remove your helmet if an unfortunate accident happened. There are molded ear pockets in here now, allowing for better comm system adaptation. All in all, the Arai is undoubtedly a comfortable helmet, with no hotspot areas to gripe about. Safety and rating. This is a .Snell rated helmet. Arai molds their helmets to conform to their own R75 shape standard. This means they have a continuous round curve of at least 75 millimeters. This R75 characteristic describes a shell shape that is rounder and smoother, which is better suited to deal with the unpredictable nature of impacts coming from any direction. It also mitigates rotational energy, which Arai cleverly calls more, mitigation of rotational energy. By focusing on R75, Arai gives you more. Yeah, who doesn't want more? Next up we have the Bell MX-9 Adventure Mips. The Bell comes in at $219.95 and is available in sizes extra small through 3XL. The shell is actually available in 3 sizes, but the fit is determined by the EPS liner's depth for intermediate sizes. This helmet is an adaptation of the popular MX9 motocross helmet and has been modified slightly to appeal to the adventure and enduro market. Construction. A composite polycarbonate ABS plastic shell. This shell construction is known to be weaker than shells constructed out of fiberglass or other composite materials such as carbon fiber and Kevlar. Additionally, polycarbonate and ABS shells are usually injection molded, so the cost of handmade can be taken out of the equation. Also, it appears as though the EPS foam used in the MX9 is a single layer, and that layer is constructed using heavier and denser materials. This model's paint is really nice. This one is actually a Roland Sands designed map-inspired print. The peak visor is adjustable to 2 positions, low and high. You have to remove the screw at the top and repack a rubber stopper in the threaded hole to adjust it. So if it's something you want to do, you can't do it on the fly. Aerodynamics. This helmet's actually on par with the Arai. The intermediate oval shape and the smoothness of the oval make for a pretty nice ride. Again, not a lot of pulling and tugging when doing head checks, unless you're wearing the peak visor. Noise. This thing's loud, hands down. Coming from the MX9 motocross helmet, you would have thought that one of the things they would have done by adapting it to the Adventure variant would have been to improve the insulation, but it's just not here. Bringing earplugs is a necessity with this helmet. This one here's a large and it weighs 3.7 pounds, so an ounce or two heavier than the Arai. Ventilation. This is a well-ventilated helmet. There is a large active mouth vent at the front. The top port at the mouth vent forces air upwards towards the face shield to help with fogging. There are 2 small vents at the lower jaw and 2 large vents at the top. These vents are passive and cannot be shut in inclement weather, something to think about. There are also 4 passive vents at the rear. The shield features 3 indent positions, and the opening of the helmet can accommodate full-size moto goggles. The venting is ample, but the inability to shut some of the vents could be a deal breaker for some, especially in the rain. Comfort. While it's here, you can sense the lack of premium features versus the Arai. The intermediate oval shape will be comfortable for most riders. The removable, washable, antibacterial liners and cheek pads are sufficient, if that word isn't a little insulting. The liner at the top of the head is particularly thin, and it can induce some hot spots on longer rides. The padded chin strap is comfortable, and the EPS line chin bar is a nice touch. We liked the integrated speaker pockets here too, but there's a lot to be improved upon in terms of comfort. Safety and rating. We already covered the difference between shell designs, between fiberglass and injection molded. But the MIPS in the MX9 Adventure's name stands for Multi-Directional Impact Protection System. MIPS uses a slip plane system that moves inside the helmet, mimicking the brain's own protection system. This layer is designed to rotate inside the helmet with the intent to potentially slow or reduce the amount of energy transferred to or from the head. The idea is to reduce the strains associated with rotational acceleration, and by doing so, reduce the risk and severity of brain injury. This is a technology exclusive to Bell and something to consider when buying this helmet. Even with its shell design taken into consideration, the MX9 Adventure Mips is DOT and ECE certified. ECE is considered amongst many to be one of the highest certification standards to obtain. So in closing, what do we suggest? First and foremost, it's your dome. Protect it. It should go without saying, but you're infinitely more safe wearing a helmet than nothing at all. And we're talking to you, Kentucky. The older and wiser amongst us would suggest the old adage, buy once, cry once. The Arai is clearly a better helmet from a design and comfort standpoint, but according to its safety rating certifications, the Bell does the intended job of protecting one's noggin. If you don't mind the shortcomings associated with noise, comfort, and the adjustability of vents in bad weather, you can save yourself a few bucks by buying the Bell. The base cost of the Arai XD4 in the States is $609.95, and the MX9 Adventure is $219.95. That's a $390 difference and totally up to you. Here's a handy scorecard to compare the 2 models and give you an idea of what that difference in price gets you. That's it for us here this week. Join us here for more gear reviews, news, ride reports, and all things motorcycle. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.